Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of this video, which is my labor and delivery story. So again, recap, September 25th, late afternoon, we decided to take a walk. My husband and I decided to take a walk because our neighborhood was just feeling the vibe of decorating for Halloween that day. On our way back, I remember feeling a little bit crampy, and it started light at first and then it became more intense. I thought it was only a reaction from my membrane sweeping that morning, but this time around the patterns made me suspect that I probably might be in labor. So during that walk, the pain got a little bit painful to a point that I had to stop and concentrate on my breathing. I can't just walk while in pain, so I had to stop and hold my husband. And that late afternoon, I had to use my contraction app. And when I saw the pattern, it gave a confirmation that I was on my early stage of labor. I stayed up all night with my phone beside me, checking everything. I was also on my birthing ball. It is my savior. I love my birthing ball. I found comfort in just sitting there and going through my labor pains. I let my husband sleep for the whole night while I was basically handling labor pains on my own, but I was fine. I was comfortable because I had my birthing ball. The breathing techniques that I learned really gave me relief during the early stage of my labor. I remember my mother-in-law checking up on me. So by 6 a.m. I woke my husband up to prepare. I called my doctor. He told me to come to his clinic at around 8 because he needed to check me. My plan of doing full makeup didn't happen because my contraction was getting real serious, that I was panicking and I don't know what to do. I took a bath quickly. I did my foundation and then I think my brows and a little bit of mascara. That's it. A blush too. And that's it. If I'd be given a chance to do it again, I will take my time and do my makeup. At this point, I was panicking. I was in serious pain. Had a bit of snack, I believe, before heading out to the clinic. So when I got to the clinic, I was in terrible pain. I can't walk properly. When my doctor saw me, he was shocked to find out that I was 6 cm dilated. After he saw me, he told me to go to the hospital. I was a mess at this point. On our way to the hospital, that was the most painful thing ever. I was so uncomfortable. I was in pain. I wish I had a video of this, but I remember I keep on shouting at my husband. It was a little bit traffic, and we have to drive 40 minutes from my doctor's clinic to the hospital. My husband was panicking. I kept on shouting at him. Fun times. By 10 or 11 a.m. I was in my hospital bed with my gown. I have my fetal monitor on to check the baby's heart rate, monitor my contraction. I also have the ambulatory blood pressure monitor, which by the way boosts me. September 26, 2018.
10:55.
And what time is it?
10:55.
Yeah, I'm 6 cm dilated. Everything on my monitor. Asa ko monitor saan? My IV. Nakukuha na ako. Oh. 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 Oh.
Forgot. She may put some socks on her here. Yeah, you go ahead and throw her socks on her. You want some ice chips too?
Yes.
Yeah.
After lunch, I believe around 12:30 or 1, I asked for an epidural. A few minutes after that, I met my anesthesiologist. He is a big guy. When he entered my room, I didn't look at the tools in his cart because I don't want to freak out. He was actually gentle and I didn't really felt the pain. Maybe because the contraction this time is stronger. That's why the epidural didn't really bother me at all. After the epidural, my nurse had to do my catheter. I have to do this. Everyone who asks for an epidural gets to do this. You have to get your catheter because you are not able to get up and move around to use the bathroom. If you are in active labor, you really have to pee. This is crucial when it comes to labor and delivery because a full bladder in labor can become distended and cause the baby to have trouble moving down into the pelvis area. So sometimes also it may prevent the baby from being able to rotate into a favorable position for your delivery. So you really have to empty that bladder. Since I already have my epidural and everything, my doctor ordered oxytocin, I think that's the name, or pitocin. He ordered a medicine to strengthen my labor contractions. I thought I will be able to handle it because I already have the epidural. How should I say this? First attempt for the epidural didn't work for me. The contractions that I was feeling that time was so intense, and I can feel it. To a point that I was crying and I was holding the bars of my bed so hard. My husband was concerned about me because I already had the epidural. Why am I in pain? My nurse tried to help me by letting me use the peanut ball. It didn't help. She made me actually position myself sideways, left and then right. She's helping me to position the baby so that I won't have any trouble in my delivery, but it didn't help. I asked for a birthing ball. They didn't have a birthing ball. That peanut ball didn't help. I hate the peanut ball. I love the birthing ball. The peanut ball, it was so painful. At this point, I felt the pressure on my bottom area. I felt like I had to push something. This is weird for me because I thought you'll feel the pressure around your vaginal area. No, it was on my, as I've said, bottom area. So the contraction was just unbelievable that I had to call my anesthesiologist to confirm why am I still having pains. He came to my room. He said that you should not be in pain by now because of your epidural, but it seems that your epidural is not working for you. Is it okay if we reposition it? So basically, he wanted to try putting the needle or something on a different location, hoping that it will numb me. My husband, my anesthesiologist, and my nurse, we were having a discussion. I really want to do something about this pain. I can't handle it anymore. My husband was just there to support me. My nurse had a different suggestion. She said that if you do it again, it will be painful. You don't have to go through that process again. I'm really appreciative that she's trying to help me with my delivery, but I was happy I listened to my gut and I asked my anesthesiologist to do it again. So he did. I was poked by a needle or something. I don't know the procedure of the epidural. I was poked 6 to 8 times. I'm not even exaggerating. It was painful, but my contractions was more painful. So my nurse was holding me. My husband was just in front of me. And I was trying to relax and calm myself. After a while, he said that he can't do it. He can't find the right area for me. So at around 6, I think, he called a reinforcement, a more experienced Asian doctor. When he came into the room, I know that this particular anesthesiologist has more experience. He's really good. The first time that he did it, I was automatically numb. Although my first anesthesiologist did a poor job at finding that spot for me, I was actually appreciative of him too, because he admitted that there's something wrong, that I should not feel any pain, I should be numb, and he asked for a help of another anesthesiologist, and I really appreciate that. I saw my doctor again. He measured me and I was 9 centimeters dilated. He checked me and he also broke my water. I didn't feel a thing, and he also made me try to push. At this point, he was just waiting for me to be fully dilated. Around this time, I was having reaction to medication, to the drugs that they've been putting in my body. I was throwing up. I forgot to mention the date. It is September 26th at around 8 p.m. He checked me again. My doctor told me I'm back to 8 centimeters. When I heard this, I was in shock and I had a lot of questions in my head. My question at this point is, why was I not progressing? He checked the baby's heartbeat. Also on my catheter, there's like blood, and my baby starts to show that he is in distress. Body is just trying to tell my doctor probably that it's tired and something is wrong, because obviously I was not peeing urine anymore. There's a lot of blood. The baby's heartbeat is like slowing down a little bit. To avoid further complication, my doctor informed me that I need to go through C-section. Without a pause, I immediately said, yes, let's do this. Since I am going for a C-section, they stopped giving me that oxytocin. At this point, I was still throwing up. They gave me medicine for it. I still vomited, but it was able to reduce my nausea. So this time, everyone's preparing for the operation. Suddenly, my room was just swarmed with doctors, my nurses. I saw my anesthesiologist. A lot of people were like introducing themselves to me. They were asking questions. Why am I being asked with these questions when I'm like probably high with those medications that they're giving me? I don't really understand at this point. I was just nodding my head, saying yes, probably smiling at someone. I don't know, I was like busy puking. Everyone was like introducing their names, what they do, why are they there. It's probably the protocol, but it's not like I would remember. I was not scared or worried when I saw all of them do those things. It's more of like, is there a party here? I was excited. I was just in it. I was ready for it. I am ready to meet my baby. On my way to operating room, I was still vomiting. My doctor prepared me. My anesthesiologist was so good. He was beside me. The staffs, all of them were so nice. I kept on saying sorry to the guy who was catching my vomit. And then also, there's this lady on that room. She volunteered to video everything. It was just so magical. I was just surrounded by great people that time. Good nurses, good doctor, good anesthesiologist. I was really, really grateful. 9 p.m. I got into the operating room. By 9:15, I already had my baby.
I can't move.
Did you call him? That's amazing. Here, give me that. Give me that. Well, I want to set up. No, you know I want to set up.
No, go ahead.
I don't know. I want to set up.
Congratulations.
I was just talking about that today. Okay, you done? Money works.
Well, you gotta help me with. Oh no, you look at your baby. Look at your baby. Here, let me get some pictures. Stay on video. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, count for it. And then put your hand right where you hold it.
If we could.
You got it?
Paula, what time did you need?
Nothing right now.
Okay.
Your hand's free, sweet pea. This is too far away. All right. Look at that beautiful baby.
These guys were so nice during the pregnancy, Paula, can you tell?
My name's Donnie. I'm the physician assistant with the baby doctor. Your little boy, he looks great, okay? We're going to take him to the nursery, get his measurements. Dad's going to come with us. And then as soon as you're able, Mom will bring him back to you, okay?
I can go.
You're going to come with us, yeah.
Okay.
What are your actors?
8, 9.
All right,
Golden
Daddy.
kisses.
You got my voice on it.
Congratulations.
It was the best moment of my life. The first time I heard his cry, the first time I laid my eyes on him, the first touch, first kiss. That day was just perfect. After the operation, they took my baby. They had to measure him and check everything. My husband was with them, so I wasn't really worried. They wheeled me into a post-operative recovery room. While I'm on this place, I vomited. The nurse checked me, monitored me carefully, and the firmness of my uterus was unfortunately periodically checked and prodded. I got phobia from this. I didn't mind the contractions, the catheter, the endless poking on my spine. But this, oh boy, this pain is just on another level of craziness. The pain that the nurse made me feel at this point was just brutal. I don't know if it was really necessary, but the way she did it was so painful to a point where I was pleading for her to stop. Her explanation why she was doing those things is because just to avoid blood clots. I honestly hate her for that. It was a new nurse. It was not my original nurse, the one that's helpful. I say that she was brutal because I was able to compare her techniques. What my doctors and other nurses did was they were just doing this to my uterus area, that's it. But for her, it was like more of like this. Remember, I was just fresh from the operating room. Everything down here is just so new and still healing, and she did that. After that traumatic experience, I was wheeled finally to my room to be with my baby. When I got to my room, I met another nurse again. She told me to walk the next day after they take out my catheter, I think. And she also gave me medicines for the pain that I was feeling. And minutes after that, I was finally with my baby. Looking at this dad. So this is my baby. He's 6 months old. He is an easy baby. Sometimes he cries, but not all the time. Now he makes weird noises. And yeah, I love him to death. He's my everything. He's looking at the lights. And that's it for my labor and delivery story. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Bye everyone.